Hello everyone, how are you today? Wishing you all a wonderful day. On this video I'm going to be talking about the articles an and the article the. This video is to complement a worksheet that you can find on our fantastic campus on articles. On the worksheet you have all the theory you need along with some exercises. So all together with this video will help you have a better understanding on articles. Why is it necessary to clarify some of the occasions in which we do not use the article the? Okay, the article the, as you know, translates in Spanish as el, la, los o las. And there are some occasions where Spanish speakers are used to placing an article all the time. For example, the most common mistake is when we say la gente, okay? In English, la gente is not the people, but only people, okay? Or for example, los niños. In English, we never say the children, but we say children. So on this video, we're going to talk about these mistakes so that we make sure you don't make them. Starting with the easy part, the article a or an. Most of you already know that a or an in Spanish mean un, uno, or una. That's easy. Okay, when to use a and when to use an. Most of you know that we use a when we have a word that starts with a consonant. For example, a wall, a mobile phone, a laptop, okay, a plus a consonant, and we use an when the following words starts with a vowel. So we have an apple, like the apple we have on our cover of the worksheet, okay? We have an egg, we have an idea, we have an orange. With the exception of the letter U. With the letter U, con la U, we go again to a, okay? We have a university. We have a unique day, okay? A university, a unique day, all right? So, a plus consonants, and the letter U, and plus all the vowels except for the letter U. Please, guys, do not forget about this. And a friendly reminder on pronunciation. Many of you might have heard that we can pronounce a and we can pronounce e. Okay, both pronunciations are correct. A is more British and e is more American, but both of them are correct. I will be using the pronunciation a because that's the one I'm used to. But if you're used to pronouncing something like e, that is completely fine. So you stick to whatever you're used to. Having said this, now let's get down to business. When not to use the, when not to use the. There are two very important situations that students usually make a mistake with. The first situation is when we talk about generic things, okay? Generic things. For example, I want to say, las bicicletas fueron inventadas hace 200 años. Las bicicletas fueron inventadas hace 200 años. In English, how do I proceed? I do not say the bicycles, okay? I do not say the bicycles, I say bicycles. Bicycles were invented 200 years ago. Bicycles with no article were invented 200 years ago. That would be the way we talk in English. For example, I want to say, los leones son carnívoros. Los leones son carnívoros. I don't say the lions, I only say lions. Lions are carnivores, okay? Lions are carnivores. Let's say that we just want to say la bicicleta or el león, but meaning also the generic thing of bicycles or the generic animal of the lion. Then we use an article. We say the bicycle was invented 200 years ago, or the lion is a carnivore. So, what am I trying to say? I'm trying to say that in English we have two ways of talking about generic things. We can go the singular way with an article. The bicycle was invented 200 years ago. The lion is a carnivore. Or the plural way. Bicycles were invented 200 years ago. Lions are carnivores. Okay, it might sound a bit strange, but this is the correct way to do in English. In Spanish, we wouldn't say el león es carnívoro. You can say, but it just sounds very formal, it sounds very academic, or I would say that it sounds like you mean only the one lion, okay? In English, it's not like this. In English, if you say the lion, you mean all the lions. You mean lions in general. This is why we call this group generic things, okay? Generic things for generic things. If you want to express generic things in plural, we do not need an article. Let me give you another example. For example, bananas are good for your health. Bananas are good for your health. In Spanish, I would say los plátanos son buenos. But in English, I only say bananas, bananas, without the at the beginning. Can I make it the singular way? Yes, I can go, the banana is good for your health. And I don't mean just the one banana, but the bananas in general. So pay attention to this mistake. It is very common to make it. And if you're taking an exam, you will be marked down, ¿vale? Te van a quitar puntos por hacer este fallito. So, este fallito, si podemos, lo evitamos. The second most common situation we're going to have in which we are not going to use an article either. We call it social groups as a whole. Social groups as a whole. What is social groups as a whole? I like to tell my students, social groups as a whole son grupos sociales indeterminados. Es decir, que cuando hablo de ellos no estoy especificando de dónde o alguna característica particular de este grupo. Estoy hablando del grupo en general, o de, si nos referimos a las personas, pues todas las personas. For example, the one I mentioned at the beginning of the video, people. Okay, people. If you want to say, for example, la gente se divierte en Navidad, in English we do not say the people, because all my students always say the people have fun at Christmas. No, we do not say the people, we just say people. People have fun at Christmas, okay? In English, we never say the people, we say people. People have fun at Christmas. For example, another common social group, children, okay? In English, we do not say the children go to school, we say children. Children go to school. If I translate it in Spanish, I would say los niños van al colegio. Los niños meaning all the niños, yeah? Todos los niños. But in English, I only say children. Children go to school. Okay. More common mistakes on this, for example, when we say las mujeres en general, las mujeres en general. In English, only women, not the women, just women, okay? Women work in and out the house. Las mujeres trabajan fuera y dentro de casa, okay? For example, men, okay? Men, los hombres. If I want to say los hombres in general, in English, I do not say the men. I just say men, okay? Men, women, children, people, okay? For example, parents, los padres, okay? Parents, los padres. Nowadays, society is very difficult for parents, okay? Hoy en día, la sociedad es muy difícil para los padres. En español he dicho los, pero en inglés no he dicho los. In English, I said, nowadays, society is very difficult for parents. ¿Por qué me refiero? A todos los padres. No a algún padre en concreto o a algún grupo de padres, sino a todos los padres. And very, 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 very important, please remember, guys, in English, never the people, always people, in general. If you want to say la gente, la sociedad, la gente en general, la gente, something that you will most likely be using for your Cambridge exams in the speaking part of your Cambridge exams and also in your writing, you will want to say many times people. And normally students go, the people. No, we never say the people. We just say people, please, people, okay? La gente trabaja mucho hoy en día. People work a lot nowadays. People work a lot nowadays.
Te informamos de que nuestra tasa de aprobados en el examen First Certificate es de un 98%. Así que ya sabes, síguenos para más vídeos. Puedes comprobar también la información en nuestro blog. No olvides suscribirte a nuestro canal. Thumbs up y nos vemos pronto en nuestros vídeos de tu canal Miranda's Academy en YouTube.
However, let's say I want to specify, okay, let's say I want to specify, be more specific in this so-called social group. Instead of saying people, as in todo el mundo, I just want to say, for example, la gente de mi oficina, la gente de mi trabajo. Then you notice that I'm specifying. Now I'm not talking about everyone in general. Now I'm talking about la gente de mi oficina, los que van a trabajar a mi oficina. Then what shall we do? Then we're going to use an article. Now we're going to use an article, and then we would say the people from work, okay? Or the people at my office. Doesn't matter. But what I mean is that now we say the people. Now we say the people, okay? The people from my work recycle. La gente de mi trabajo recicla. Because it's the people from my work. I am specifying which group of people. I am being specific. So I say the people from my work recycle. Now imagine I want to say, la gente debería reciclar. As in, todo el mundo debería reciclar. Then, what do? Only people, because now I mean everyone. So, people, as in everyone, should recycle. People should recycle, but not the people should recycle. That would be wrong. I can say the people from my work recycle, but I cannot say the people should recycle. For example, the one on children. Okay, children go to school. ¿Quiénes? Todos los niños, ¿no? O por lo menos deberían. Children go to school, as in every child. Because it's every child, I don't use an article. I just say children. Children go to school. But let's say I want to say los niños de mi ciudad. For example, los niños de mi ciudad juegan en los parques los sábados. Then I use the. The children from my city play in the parks on Saturdays. Okay? The children from my city play in the parks on Saturdays. Why? Because I'm specifying what type of children. Because I am saying I'm not talking about all the children in general. I'm just talking about the children from my city. Okay? For example, the men in my city. Los hombres de mi ciudad. The men in my city. Los hombres en mi ciudad. Not all the men. No todos los hombres. For example, men. Men something sería todos los hombres. If I say the men, entonces necesito especificar quién, qué hombres, dónde están, o cómo son, o por qué quiero especificar. Maybe because I want to say the men in my city, los hombres en mi ciudad. The men from my office, los hombres de mi oficina. The men from my office have to wear a tie. The men from my office have to wear a tie. Los hombres de mi oficina tienen que llevar corbata, porque son los hombres de mi oficina. It's not everyone. If I want to say men wear ties, los hombres llevan corbatas, then who? Todos los hombres. Entonces, I do not use an article. I just say men wear ties. I hope I am helping you. I'm trying really hard. So I really hope I am helping you. But that's what the teachers are for. So that you can ask any doubts that you have. And if you check the worksheet, then you will have lots more examples there. How are you getting on? Probably this all sounds quite challenging to avoid making these mistakes. But that's what we're here for. We're here to help you achieve the level of English that you need, whether you're taking an exam or you're not. We're here to help. So with your effort and our fantastic teachers and experience, we'll make it there. Okay, now let's move on. The next thing I want to talk about is certain expressions in English that never take the article, You can see a list on our worksheet, but from the list I'm going to pick one. I have chosen one, he escogido uno, that usually all my students make a mistake with. That is the meal times. Okay, meal times, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, mainly breakfast, lunch, dinner. What would you say in Spanish? You would say in Spanish, me gusta el desayuno, right? You would say, me gusta el desayuno. In English, you would say, I like breakfast. That's it, no the. We don't say, I like the breakfast. We just say, I like breakfast, okay? For example, hago la comida con mis hijos. Hago la comida con mis hijos. In English, you do not say the lunch. You say lunch. I cook lunch with my children. I cook lunch with my children. Okay? Never the lunch or the breakfast, just lunch and breakfast. For example, tomo la cena bastante tarde. Tomo la cena bastante tarde. In English, you say, I have dinner rather late. I have dinner rather late. You don't say, I have the dinner. You say, I have dinner rather late. Okay? This is one my students always make a mistake with, and I find it important to highlight it with you. So, to recap, we've talked about when to use a and when to use an. Remember that a is for consonants and the vowel u, and would be for the vowels a, e, I, and o. We said that for generic things expressed in plural, we do not need an article. Remember the example on bicycles, okay, and not the bicycles. And we talked about social groups as a whole, los grupos sociales indeterminados. And the one we just mentioned is on expressions, certain expressions that you can find on our worksheet that never use an article. Some of them are the same in Spanish, but some of them are not. Like, for example, the meal times, breakfast, lunch, dinner. In English, never take an article. I never say the breakfast, the lunch, or the dinner. I just say breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So just a note before we go, a friendly reminder on pronunciation of the article the or the article the. You must have noticed, you could have noticed that I have sometimes pronounced the and I have sometimes pronounced the. When do I pronounce the and when do I pronounce the? It's not because I'm making a mistake. There is a rule, and it's very, very similar to the rule on a or an. Basically, we go the plus a consonant. We go the plus a consonant. Okay, I would go the car. I would go the carriage. I would go the teacher. Okay, I would go the table, the house, okay, and I would go the plus a vowel, the plus a vowel. So I would go the apple, the elephant, the idea, the orange, the unique they, for example. So the plus a consonant and the plus a vowel, okay? And this is all for now. I hope this video has come in handy for you all. I will see you in our next tips and tricks video. This is all for now. Thanks for watching.